Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm the Moon Mama. How y'all doing today? Wednesday is a day governed by Mercury. Mercury is the planet that is closest to the sun. It's the planet that governs our mind. The sun is the essence, the energy of the life force. And so it's almost like the energy of who you are. And then you have this mind that perceives it and creates a relationship to the environment that then allows you to show up in certain ways and ways of being. And that's Mercury. The Mercury is going rapidly around the sun, just like your mind is going rapidly around the essence and energy that is within you. And you are formulating ideas, experiences, sensations based upon that. And that's what Mercury does in the heavens, and that's what Mercury does in you. And so Mercury is in Gemini right now, and this is such an incredible time. And I'm telling you, if there is one thing that you guys are going to listen to me on this. Mercury's at 28 degrees of Gemini. Gemini is the archetype of the storyteller, the journalist, the teacher. And so what that means is that it's like whatever story you're telling yourself. When the Bible said, God said, let there be light, like he spoke it, that God, the essence of God spoke, let there be light, and that there was light. Let there be land, and there was land. Let there be this and that. That is this energy right now. So whatever you are thinking, speaking, and putting your energy on is what's coming rapidly. And so I encourage you. I know there's so much going on in the world right now. I know that there is so much distractions happening, but I encourage you to spend some time today and get clear about, like, take all this other stuff off. Take it off. Take off your history. Take off the current experiences that are going on in the world that are fucking unbelievable. Take all that off. Go to your closet and speak. And write out what it is you really desire. And ask why you desire it. Why do you desire? See if you can get to the space where you desire God's will for your life and you're willing to trust it. And then feel into what that is and write that out. Write that out and speak it out. Like, who are you? I am powerful. I am abundant. I am creating resources and tools that assist people in healing and transforming their lives. I'm a highly sought after coach and speaker and writer because of the work that I do in the world. The work that I do transforms not only my life, but the lives of everyone that I come in contact with. The work that I do is evident in healing in ways that are practical and necessary. Speak it is what I'm just showing you how I'll do it, but you need to do that. And we only have about another day with Mercury and Gemini. And so use this energy. And the moon today is in Leo. And the Leo moon is a tricky energy because it's the moon, and Leo is governed by the sun. So the moon has to find a way. This is how I think of it. The moon has to find a way to have value when you have this incredible big generating force that is the sun taking up everything, right? Like the sun takes up all the space. So if the sun is taking up all the space, what is it that you can do that has value still, that matters? You can reflect the light. That is what you do. So literally you want to reflect the light that is within you today. You want to allow yourself to embody. You want to allow your shadow, because the moon is really the shadow. And you want to use your own creative ideas and experiences and creations to bring forth light. So create something. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that's playful. Do something that is unique to you. Today, the Leo moon is in opposition to Saturn in Aquarius, which is retrograde. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius right now. And so Saturn in Aquarius is about your true identity. Who are you really at your core? And this is a question. This is not something that you know in your intellectual mind. This is something that you feel into, that you pray about, that you sit still, that you go into the internal aspects of yourself and ask, who am I? Who am I? You are more than this body. You are more than the things you have. You are more than the people that you take care of. You are more than the man or woman that you lay with every night. You are more than the job that you go to. Who are you? If you understand that this is all a made-up construct, this thing that's called America and these bills we pay and this work that we do, all that's made up. We could be doing anything. We could have made up anything, but we made up this, right? So if you understand that, you can ask, who am I really beyond these daily things that you do, beyond these thoughts that you think, beyond who your mother told you you are, beyond you trying to fit in and belong? Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Be with it. Feel it deeply. And don't try to put language to it. Just feel the energy of who you are. Feel the force of your beating heart. Feel the breath as it moves in you and outside of you and how it feels in your body. Feel who you are. And as you understand that feeling, then it's like, ask that feeling, what would you like to do? What would you like to create? Because you are here to create something. You are not a mistake. You are here at this time on the planet when we are going through these things, when we are experiencing this stuff, when we're creating and you are here. What's your role in it? You have something to do. You play a part. You are a key player in this experience. And it's more than how much money you have. And it's about more than how much money you have. It's about more than, if your love needs are getting met. It's about more than, if you're married or if your children are going to school. It's about more than that. This shit is made up. So what's it really about? Because it's certainly not about the construct that we're in. It's not only about that. It's about that a little bit, but it's about much more than that. What are the realizations of who you are and what you're here to do and be at this time? And so while the moon is in Leo in opposition to Saturn, Saturn is your karma. It's understanding that, what you feel is going out and it's going to come back to you. Karma is a real thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. It really is just cause and effect. I was watching this movie, Karma Sutra, for those of you who have taken the Venus retrograde class right now, the one on relationship. If you go check it out, I teach how you have to be in flow so that you can actually tap into the flow of who you are. Who you are is not stagnant. It's not fixed. It's a moving, flowing thing that is ever changing and ever expanding, ever growing, ever becoming. You're not here to land anywhere. You're here to be in a state of becoming. So what is that today? And what kind of actions can you take today? And what are the karmic things that are coming up for you that are in opposition to you knowing yourself as you really are? I know for me, I'll share this. Woo! Okay. I have this experience. I love men. You guys hear me say I love men. I love men. Oh my God, I love them so much. And here's why I love them. I love them because they get a lot of permission to be themselves. And our culture doesn't give women the permission to be ourselves in the same way. The women, we get permission on other levels, but it's more cunning. We're really suppressed. So I love the freedom that I see men express. And I have a couple of men in my life who are very embodied and free. But I have this one particular man who I'm friends with who is an actor, and he comes from the environment he grew up in is similar to mine. Like he grew up and both of his parents have died and all of this sort of stuff. And so he has this raw energy within him that is unapologetic and powerful and ignited and intentional. And it triggers me. It literally makes me quiver. It makes me feel afraid. It makes me feel threatened. And it's because I want to access that inside of myself. And so I'm working to see in my own karma, where have I been putting myself away? And one of the things I love about being a Black person this time around, because I've been here many, many times in a body, but this time I'm in a Black body, is that Black people have access to this very raw, guttural, creative energy. It's this power that I don't see in white people at all. It's because white people have kind of been conditioned out of it because of this sort of elitism, and that's beneath me. But so they don't have access to their shadows is what happens, and then they become these terrorizers in the world because they don't have access to that part of them that's raw. But Black people do, and I see that in this friend of mine, and I see it, and I want to access it, and it makes me tremble. It scares me, and so I'm asking myself, how can I touch this place inside of me that's untapped, that's untamed, and I grew up with it because I grew up in Watts, and I grew up in poverty with people who were poor, and so it was there all the time when I was a child. But I learned how to refine it and put it away in order to go out into the world. It's called code switching. And so now I want to get back to it so that I can integrate it in a new way and access it so that I can use it for my work, so I can use it for my personality, so I can use it as a part of my gifts. And so that's what we want to do today. We want to be reclaiming ourselves back. We want to be writing the story of what it is we truly desire. And we want to be tapping into the divine power within us, so that we can be who God has really created us to be. So I would love for you to register for the Venus retrograde, What You Won't Do for Love. It's a transformational course. If you haven't, about 110 people are already registered for the course, and it's already saved, so you can just take it. Friday, I'll be releasing Venus retrograde, the class on cash, money, and our relationship to money, and how we can begin to rewire the way we think and interact and relate to money. Transformational courses. So thank you all very much. For those of you who are interested in the Blue Butterfly information, you can reach out for me for that. That's a group that I'm a part of, where we have a sisterhood, where we really work to help one another open our minds and hearts through working with women, through being together and being honest and transformational, and practicing tools and resources that help us transform at a deeper level. It's not like the moon work. It's different, but it's also another thing that I do. I have so much stuff. All right. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'm the Moon Mama. Bye-bye.